Welcome to week 5 of the Enchanted Image. This week, we study voice, presence, and permission as 3 connected dimensions of self-expression. Voice is more than speaking. It is the outward form of inner truth. It can appear in words, tone, silence, gesture, boundary setting, or creative expression. When voice is blocked, a person may begin to doubt their right to be heard. Presence is the quality of being fully here. It is not performance. It is the grounded experience of occupying space with clarity, steadiness, and awareness. A person with presence does not disappear in a room. They remain centered inside themselves. Permission is the internal or external authorization to act, speak, or take up space. Many people have spent years waiting for permission that was never truly required. This week invites you to examine where that pattern began. It also invites you to practice giving that permission back to yourself. The first lesson is titled, The Sound of a Sparked Woman. A sparked woman is not silent out of habit, fear, or submission. She is becoming audible to herself again. Her sound may be soft or strong, gentle or direct, but it is alive with self-recognition. Ask yourself, what has shaped the way I speak? What has made me smaller, quieter, or more careful than I needed to be? And what would it mean to let my voice carry truth without apology? The second lesson is energetic presence and being seen. To be seen is not always easy. For some, visibility has been connected to criticism, danger, or unwanted attention. Because of that, many people learn to hide their fullness. They shrink their movement, lower their voice, and try not to disturb anyone. But presence can be practiced. It begins with breath. It continues with posture, attention, and self-trust. When you are present, you do not need to perform power. You simply allow your state of being to become visible. The third lesson is permission to take up space. This is the lesson of rightful belonging. Taking up space does not mean dominating others. It means refusing to disappear in order to make other people comfortable. It means speaking clearly, moving intentionally, and existing without apology. Many people confuse self-erasure with humility. But humility is not self-negation. Humility is grounded truth. It knows the difference between shrinking and respecting others. This week, you are asked to notice where you have been asking for permission to exist and to begin releasing that habit. For your first assignment, voice memo invocation, record a short voice memo. Speak honestly and simply. You may begin with phrases such as, my voice is learning to. What has kept me quiet is, I now permit myself to. For your second assignment, presence practice, spend 5 to 10 minutes practicing embodied presence. Stand, sit, or walk with intention. Breathe slowly. Notice your posture. Notice your thoughts. Notice what changes when you stop rushing away from yourself. For your third assignment, permission statements. Write at least 10 statements that begin with, I permit myself. Examples include, I permit myself to be visible. I permit myself to speak without over-explaining. I permit myself to take up space without shrinking. Repeat the statements aloud and notice which one feels most difficult to claim. Now, let us review the key idea of this week. Voice gives shape to your inner truth. Presence makes that truth visible. Permission removes the internal barrier that says you must remain small. Together, these 3 form a practice of self-authority. Before you close this lesson, reflect on one question. How do voice, presence, and permission work together in your own life? Write your response with honesty and care. The goal is not perfection. The goal is recognition. You are not being asked to become someone else. You are being asked to return to yourself. And that return begins with sound